YouTube's Cat Litter presents The March to YouTube Domination. Dateline Hollywood. A plucky red-haired beauty hatches her plan to conquer the internet by gaining 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. But she can't do it alone. Only you can help her in her quest to achieve YouTube greatness by liking, subscribing, and most importantly, sharing her videos. Remember, it's up to you to fight the evils of YouTube suppression and the evil corporations who want to keep you down by clicking the like button as we march our way to YouTube domination.
I was going to avoid talking about Zack Snyder and his movie until this happened. Oh, I'm not talking about his movie. I'm talking about him personally. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy. Consumer advocate first and foremost when it comes to something like this. And Zack Snyder pulled some nasty publicity for this film. So therefore, I cannot recommend anybody watch this film at this point, I guess. I don't know. I got some backup here on this one because I was actually live streaming when a lot of this crap went down. So who are you? Why are you here?
Hi, I'm Robb Robot Shlomo, and I'm here because I had to explain what happened.
Well, you were actually like watching that more than, because I was, like I said, I was live streaming when a lot of this stuff went down.
Yeah, I saw some of the reaction, a good part of the reaction, and
I did tune in. I did stream snipe some of this last night. Well, I was last night I was doing a baking stream because it was St. Patrick's Day, out with a migraine most of the day, so I was kind of like not. And then people are like, "Oh, Zack Snyder said this about Geeks and Gamers." I'm like, "What the crap happened? What the crap happened?" So you want to fill everybody in on the backstory about what happened here? We have an article too.
So we have an article from Bounding the Comics. So what happened? There was a big charity stream last night with Geeks and Gamers, and Jeremy, Uche, I think Mark Cyborg was there. X-Ray Girl.
It was just pretty much a lot of the Geeks and Gamers community, a lot of the Snyder Cut fans. Now Uche, if you don't know who that is, how do you pronounce his last name? Nware?
Nwari, yeah. I just call him Uche because he's a big guy. He's a former football player. He'll kick my ass if I get it wrong. So I mean, yeah. But I just call him Uche.
So now he's part of the Geeks and Gamers team with the Sports Wars podcast.
He's the only Uche I know in this entire crazy world. So I mean.
Oh, and a legit celebrity, a real actual famous person for a real accomplishment, being a sports baller.
Yes.
And as you pointed out, he was a good one. So.
Oh yeah, played with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, he was actually really good. So what happened was right before they went on the charity stream. This is from what Uche said, and I'm going by his account. So hopefully I'm gonna be able to recall all of it. He has to dip out of the stream momentarily. He gets a call from Zack Snyder. He said, "Listen, you have to get the Geeks and Gamers logo off of the website." So Uche's like, he doesn't.
Well, before we get into this backstory, what charity were they going for? They were going for the charity. They were raising money. Zack Snyder.
It's for Zack Snyder's suicide prevention charity.
Yeah, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It's a personal, close charity to him because it has affected his own family. So the Geeks and Gamers people raised $77,000 for this charity. Mm-hmm. And it was also doing another thing, making sure that we're, that like the people who are labeled as the bad guys are out there actually contributing something, making sure that we're actually doing what we're, like the opposite of what we're labeled as. We actually are a very diverse and representative group of voices with very many different backgrounds, including diversities of opinion and thought in a lot of cases. Mm-hmm. And
I mean, I mean, we have all kinds of people.
So not only was this stream there designed to raise a good chunk of change for this charity, but it was also going to be a bridge to kind of bring, just to say, hey, it was going to be an olive branch. It was going to be something that said, hey, we're not bad people. Look at the stuff we do. Look at this charity stream that Drunk 3PO did a few weeks ago. Look at this charity stream that this one did. Look at the charity stream Nerdrotic does. Look at all these factions.
And I don't see anybody else out there raising money for these causes.
Oh, no. You don't see Collider and you don't see Kotaku. You see people like Kotaku and those sort of places writing a lot about diversity and representation and how everybody are a bunch of ists and phobes and putting out a bunch of combative toxicity, into the environment, into the ether, putting a lot of hate out there. So what does Zack Snyder call the people who are actually raising money for charity?
So, okay, what happened?
He calls it a hate group because Disney wrote a hit piece on us or funded it, allegedly, because we've had every one of these jealous, useless wastes of media writing articles about us. Because what do? We take their articles, not in the case of like Bounding in Comics, they have their own channel, but like at Kotaku or at comicbook.com, and we make a video.
We turn it back on them. We turn it back on them.
Yeah, and we turn it back on them, and we call them out for their bullshit. We say, "Hey, woman here, I'm not associated with people who hate women, because the only people who hate women to me are the male feminists who want to attack." But that's just my own experience in a lot of this.
I keep thinking of Dale Gribble from King of the Hill. He was in front of the city council. This is a hate crime. Somebody hates me. That's all I could think of. That's for some reason. But anyway. So what happened was right before the stream, Zack Snyder gets on there. Like I said, he has this call with Uche. He says, you got to get the Geeks and Gamers logo off the website. So they get the Geeks and Gamers website.
No, what's Geeks and Gamers? It's a YouTube channel.
It's Jeremy. Yeah,
Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. He has a whole community of people. They do streaming on Twitch. They have a website. They're doing a community building thing. He's trying to be he's trying to be more than just one channel, and they cover all kinds of things of pop culture. A lot of what I do, if you haven't seen them.
Jeremy, I don't agree with a lot of things he says, whatever, but he seems like an okay guy.
Yeah. He always has everybody's back in the community.
Yeah. And I got to give it up to him. I mean, he put together this charity stream for a really good cause. I mean, if you're a parent, the worst thing imaginable to you is to lose a child. And so
Zack Snyder should be a little more fucking grateful than to throw it back in the face of the very people, throwing a little temper tantrum like a pissy little diva, saying, hey, well, I was told because I'm stupid and I only read what people say about something other than like going and doing any actual research or watching one of their videos. I was told you guys are a hate group, so take the Geeks and Gamers logo off of there and fuck you and fuck your money. Is basically what he said. Fuck you, Zack Snyder. Fuck you. Do a little more research. What are you so afraid of? You want to protect your balls that bad in Hollywood? You had to, because I get it. I get it that they were not super thrilled with having a Snyder cut in the first place. How like Warner was against it, or HBO.
Yeah,
it was Warner.
Yeah, they did. They tried to do everything they could to really kind of downplay it, and
so
and with the whole leaking of it early,
attacking your supporters is really a shitty thing. Sorry, I keep interrupting.
Well, anyway, like I said, then they leaked it early to try to undermine it, and that's my opinion. They tried to undermine it, but what happened was they had raised over $58,000, closing at $59,000. Zack Snyder joined the stream. This is taken from Bounding in the Comics. After he joined the stream, he stated, "Just a quick thing before we get started. I know that on our donation page, we still have the Geeks and Gamers logo. I just wanted to say that we talked about this, and we are not really affiliated with Geeks and Gamers as far as I'm concerned." And I really just want to make that clear.
So fuck your movie then.
Snyder continued mentioning the recent Atlanta spa murders. I also want to say...
Okay. We can't get into current events so much. That has nothing to do with a community of people who are raising money for a charity who had nothing to do with said current event sort of thing. We have nothing to do... We don't even cover that stuff. That's political shit. We don't even... Like Jeremy has a personal politics channel that it has nothing to do with Geeks and Gamers. It is his own personal channel.
Yeah. So anyway, he talks about the recent events. Yeah. But the whole idea is that, Jeremy didn't have to do this. He really didn't.
Yeah. No, none of us had to do any charity streams.
But and this is sort of paying back Zack Snyder for completing the quote unquote Snyder cut of Justice League. Just as extend an olive branch, as a gesture of goodwill. Hey, you know what? You did this thing for the fans. The fans are going to do something for you. Good. And to come out and say we're not associated with Geeks and Gamers, we're not affiliated. I can't help but think, in my opinion, he was pressured to do this by Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers, from what I've heard,
ballless piece of shit.
Warner Brothers, from what I heard, said, "Hey, is Green Lantern in this movie? Get Green Lantern out of it. Otherwise, there's no movie." So, I mean, but what happened after that?
Well, wait. Why is Green Lantern being in the movie important? Why is that relevant? Because Ethan Van Sciver used to draw it, and he would get royalties, or
probably maybe something to do with Ethan Van Sciver.
Because we always everybody has like a little piece of the puzzle. Everybody has a little thing here and there.
Ultimately, it's Ethan Van Sciver's version of Green Lantern.
Okay.
That they take.
And Ethan Van Sciver is also another one that they had been writing this giant. This is all related to that hit piece that was written about us not too long ago, where they were trying to tie us all with like Alex Jones or some dumb shit.
Yeah. I haven't met Ethan. Ethan seems like a nice guy.
I was on that council with Ethan, Jeff, and Jeremy for like the little tail end of the original. They brought me in as kind of like to replace pretty much Jeremy, to come in and to be kind of the one giggling in the background. So, Ethan's a nice guy. He's always been a nice guy to me. He's not anti-women. He's not I've never felt degraded in his presence, or Jeremy's for that matter.
The only thing I know about Ethan is he has an unhealthy pie addiction.
Hey, pie is good though.
Pie is good. Pie, I give it that. You know what? I share his sentiment regarding pie. But anyway, but after he went on his little diatribe, something happened during the stream. The donations started to slow down. You don't want to give money to some asshole who seems ungrateful, like an ungrateful little twat. Mm-hmm. According to Jeremy, they were well on their way. They would have raised $100,000. They ended up raising $78,449.
Yeah, so we have Minority Home, Lethal Lightning, and Ryan Kinnell who are raising money here.
Ryan Kinnell's he's been radicalized by us. You know that. Yeah,
he's some dude that we
by
met
us,
in Vegas.
by me personally. I radicalized Ryan Kinnell. You know why, don't you?
No.
It's the hair.
What
I
hair?
was just exactly what hair. See what hair exactly. So that's why I had to radicalize him.
Oh, they hate me because I look like an SJW because I have bright red hair and glasses. So
they don't.
Not the Geeks and Gamers people, but like the like establishment media sort of people,
When am I going to be hated? Nobody hates me. I demand equal hatred.
Well, that's because you have a lot of lefty Twitter stuff, so they can't really get you on anything.
Because I'm a Bernie bro.
They can't get you yet.
Anyway, I'm a Bernie bro.
And they can't really connect you to anybody because you don't say like Robb of Midnight's Edge on there.
No. So anyway,
plausible deniability. You're the hired help.
Yeah. So anyway, there were a lot of people around. A lot of the blue check marks were saying on Twitter, "Oh, we gave in to their demands. Maybe things will be chill now," hoping that the Phantom Menace would back off or the Snyder Cut fans would back off.
And he's blaming the Phantom Menace people for the Snyder Cut people. Those are two different groups. I don't even talk about Snyder Cut anymore because there's a certain level. Not every single member of the release Snyder Cut people like, and I keep saying I'm happy that people have the opportunity to see the movie that they really, really want.
Yeah.
But there's a certain faction of some of the people who do tweet for that are pretty damn toxic. And I have called out for being, just pretty shitty online.
Dark Horse Comics artist Megan Levins called the fans once Snyder Cut, saying that they don't negotiate with. Can I say the T word?
Why not? Yeah. Just say peaceful protesters.
They don't negotiate with people who are
mostly peaceful protesters, just quote unquote.
And these are all on Bounding and Comics articles, so this is all public knowledge.
Yeah, this is all public tweets.
Jamal Yassim Igle. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So this is what happens when you cave into peaceful.
Maybe they'll chill. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The only time I've tweeted a release of Snyder Cut is when I was trying to get some views from Snyder Cut fans reporting about some article calling them all toxic or whatever. It's like, no. You can't just paint the entire fandom of something or with this brush that they're all toxic, Zack Snyder, because then you're pissing off half of your fan base. You're just literally hurting yourself. Because the only thing that you can do is what? Support the movie after he slapped you in the face for it, so that we continue to get stuff for a consumer advocacy movement. But at the same time, do you really want to watch this now that he's basically said, hey, you're all a bunch of hate group people, fuck off. I'll take your money though, but fuck off. Like what a grifter. What a fucking grifter for his little tax shelter. I'm not knocking the charity. I don't want to knock the charity. I'm just knocking him on this. Because, I mean, they do good work. You know, they do. Here's the charity. You know, they shouldn't suffer because Zack Snyder's an asshole, even though he probably profits from it.
I'd ask everybody to please, if you're going to donate to charity, please do it directly. Don't go through some kind of money-raising organization. I mean, Geeks and Gamers were raising money last night directly for charity.
Yeah, they were going directly. That's the thing. You can, like, on YouTube, we can set up to go directly to the charity so that nobody takes a cut of anything. So yeah, and that's I believe what they were doing. I think that's because I know John Filipio's used that. I think Gary's used that from Nerdrotic. Yeah.
And speaking of grifting, I have my exclusive. I'll be introducing my exclusive Geode action figure. So I mean, we can,
Does it talk about its sex life? An actual line in that book is you don't need to be in love. You don't need to sleep with somebody if you're in love with them or something.
Well, so it says surprisingly little. Book. I mean, I'm trying to get it to do something. It doesn't say. It really doesn't do a whole lot. It just kind of sits there, which is kind of the point. But anyway, I digress. Honestly, I wasn't. Listen, you got the Snyder Cut. Great, good for the fans. I personally wasn't going to watch it. Not for any of the reasons said here, but this does.
See, it's like me. I don't want to watch a 4-hour version of a movie I skipped in the first place for looking boring. So I'm like, geez, let's extend it.
I love The Godfather, and I can barely make it through that these days. I mean, and that's
there's a lot of stuff. Like I love old timey Star Trek, but it's almost easier just to watch Red Letter Media talk about. I started watching them talk about Next Generation season 1,
but at the same time, like, this does cast a shadow over the whole Snyder Cut thing.
Yeah.
Like
it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it's like a slap in the face. It's like, okay, here, you got what you want, but fuck you. Like,
yeah. I can't tell people. I can't tell people not to watch it. I can't tell people to.
Oh yeah, ultimately do what you need to do for you. Like, do what's best for you. Like, in your whatever you. I don't think anybody you can. I think this is one of those things. They're trying to design this. I wonder if this is even deeper than what we're seeing on the surface. If they're using this as a way to divide people further to generate some sort of combativeness, like, oh well, you watched it after he said this, or you didn't watch that and therefore you're a hypocrite, that's that sort of thing, because that's all this is going to do. This is just going to create more of a combative argument online. And yes, arguing online will by default market your film, but just make a good movie and that'll market it tenfold. You don't need to use this outrage shit. You don't need us at each other's throats. You don't need us fighting, Zach.
Yeah, who's going to be in a really good movie? Geode. He'll be in a good movie right there. So anyway,
is he going to be in the background of Godzilla versus Kong? He's in the back. He's throw a rock at Godzilla.
He's in the background of every movie. I mean, he's the hardest working rock in showbiz. So I don't have anything else to say. I wasn't going to watch the Snyder Cut. I'm not sure if I'm still going to watch it now. So maybe Andre will probably make me, though. So
Godzilla vs. Kong is coming, and Resident Alien's still pretty good. And that got renewed for a second season. Support Resident Alien. Support Godzilla kitties.
Yes, support Resident Alien. Wednesdays at 10.
Smashies. It is gonna be fun. And then we're gonna have Mecha Godzilla, probably. Spoilers.
Yes, I gotta go stock up on bananas now.
Mecha Godzilla.
King Kong.
Fuck you, Zack Snyder. Mecha Godzilla for the win. I'm not watching the Snyder cut. I wasn't really wanting to anyway. So this is just, you know what? Fine. Fuck you. Final nail in the coffin for me.
Yeah. Back in the day, we used to say, I ain't going to play Sun City. So, I mean, there's a dated reference. All right. I'm done.
We'll see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.
Coming soon to HGTV, the reality show that's faster than a speeding bullet. Will America's sweethearts Lois Lane and Clark Kent meet their deadline and flip their house in time? We'll find out in Flip This Dump, Fortress of Solitude Edition, coming to HGTV.